A pretty big story is coming out of Buckingham Palace. It seems King Charles has put a stop to the process of giving official titles to Harry and Meghan's kids. This is causing quite a stir. The reason for this halt is that there are questions about some of the paperwork that was sent to Parliament. Apparently, there are some inconsistencies in the documents, and this is a serious issue. This whole thing revolves around the medical records needed to officially register Archie as a royal. Some insiders at the palace, who understandably want to stay anonymous because this is a sensitive matter, have said that the documents that were submitted raised some serious concerns during a routine check. This is apparently something that hasn't happened before in recent royal history, and it could have big consequences. One senior palace source even said that the documents were looked at very closely by both palace officials and experts in Parliament, and they found some troubling differences. A well-known royal historian, Lady Victoria Pembridge, explained just how important this is. She said that sending official papers to Parliament about royal titles isn't just a simple formality. It's a process that's been going on for centuries to protect the integrity of the monarchy. So, any problems with these documents have to be taken very seriously. The timing of this is also interesting because it comes just a few months after Meghan gave an interview where she talked about how important titles are for her children's future. Some people think that interview was a way to put pressure on the palace. One royal commentator, Robert Harrington, has even suggested that Meghan has a history of trying to control the narrative to fit her own agenda. He thinks this whole situation raises questions about whether Meghan really understood or respected how important it is to provide accurate information to Parliament. Sources at the palace have said that King Charles made his decision after talking to his top advisors and legal experts. It's also said that other senior royals completely support this decision because they want to protect the reputation of the monarchy. One insider explained that this isn't about denying anyone their rightful place in the royal family, but rather about keeping up the high standards and long-standing rules that have kept the monarchy going for so long. They emphasized that the king takes his role as head of the institution extremely seriously. The problems with the paperwork were apparently discovered during a standard review by officials in Parliament. While we don't know exactly what the problems are, sources say they involve dates and official stamps that didn't match other royal records. What's also interesting is that Harry and Meghan haven't said anything about this publicly, which is unusual for them. They usually respond pretty quickly to any controversy involving the palace. This silence has made some people even more suspicious about what's going on. Everyone agrees that sending incorrect documents to Parliament is a big deal and can't just be brushed aside as a simple mistake. This situation has brought back discussions about whether Harry and Meghan really understand royal rules and traditions. Some critics are saying that this is just another example of them not respecting established procedures. They point to Meghan, in particular, as someone who hasn't really adapted to royal life and often portrays herself as a victim rather than taking responsibility for her part in various controversies. A royal historian named Margaret Windsor has said that this situation could have wider effects than just this specific issue with the titles. Experts on royal institutions believe it could lead to changes in how royal documents are checked, maybe with stricter rules and more oversight. The public's reaction has been mixed. People who support Harry and Meghan see this as more proof of the royal institution being biased against them, while their critics see it as confirmation of their concerns about how the couple handles royal matters. The palace itself hasn't released an official statement yet, sticking to its usual policy of being discreet and restrained. However, insiders have hinted that they're determined to deal with this properly and openly, while still following protocol. As this story continues to develop, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about what this means for Harry and Meghan's children and their relationship with the rest of the royal family. For now, the process of giving the children titles is on hold, and no one knows when or if it will continue. It seems like it's up to Harry and Meghan to fix the problems with the documents. Whether they decide to do this quietly through official channels or by talking to the media, which they often prefer to do, remains to be seen. What's definitely clear is that this new controversy has added another complicated chapter to the ongoing royal story, and it raises important questions about rules, honesty, and what the future holds for the monarchy. This situation shows how even small details in official paperwork can cause huge problems, especially within an institution as traditional and closely watched as the British royal family. It also shows the ongoing tension between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the family, and how difficult it is for them to navigate their new lives while still being connected to the monarchy.